Fresh tomato soup. Tomatoes are an incredibly versatile food ingredient that can be eaten raw, cooked or made into soups and sauces. They can be stuffed with meat, rice or breadcrumbs, and used as the main ingredient in tarts. Combined with onions and a few spices, they also make a refreshing sambal for curries and other Eastern dishes. So why is it that when people talk about tomato soup, they more often than not are referring to the sort of cream of tomato soup commonly sold in cans? If you're growing tomatoes successfully in your veggie garden, here are some different ideas for making fresh soup, including a really hearty version of the old favorite cream of tomato soup. Right tomato soup. This is a quick and easy recipe that shouldn't take longer than about half an hour to prepare and cook. Cook 1 kilo of nice ripe tomatoes, roughly chopped, together with a sliced onion in about 30 grams of butter until soft. Rub through a sieve into a clean saucepan and add a liter of boiling water. Season with salt, freshly ground black pepper and a little thyme, preferably fresh. Add 3 tablespoons of long-grain rice. Bring to the boil and then simmer for 20 minutes. Sprinkle with chopped parsley and serve. Italian tomato soup. This is a quick and easy recipe that retains the lovely flavor of fresh tomatoes. It's delicious hot, but can also be served cold with fresh Italian bread. Skin and chop 750 grams tomatoes and fry lightly in about 6 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Add a crushed clove of garlic and a tablespoon of chopped fresh herbs, ideally a combination of fresh parsley, basil and marjoram or oregano. Cook for about 5 minutes and then add 500 milliliters meat stock or chicken broth as well as salt, pepper and sugar to taste. Cook for another 5 minutes and serve immediately. Algerian tomato soup. Allow at least a couple of hours for this meaty soup from Africa. Skin, seed and chop 4 large tomatoes, or more smaller ones, and cut 4 large onions into chunks. Season with salt and pepper and then fry the tomato and onion lightly in about 30 grams butter, together with 1 large sprig of mint coarsely chopped and 2 or 3 chilies, seed and chopped. When the veggies are golden brown, add 1 liter of water, 350 grams neck of lamb or mutton, and 125 grams dried apricots. Bring to the boil, cover and simmer for about an hour and a half. Remove from the heat and allow it to cool, before removing the meat from the pot. Remove the bones and chop the meat into little pieces. Add 60 grams vermicelli to the soup with the meat and simmer for another 10 minutes, or until the pasta is cooked. Bread and tomato soup. This is another Italian recipe, and the soup may be eaten hot, lukewarm or cold. Saute 3 chopped garlic cloves with a sprinkling of dried chili flakes in 125 milliliters olive oil for about 10 minutes. Add 500 grams very ripe tomatoes, skinned and chopped, and continue cooking for about 15 minutes. Pour in 750 milliliters hot chicken stock and add 500 grams stale bread cut into small pieces, together with 4 or 5 fresh basil leaves, salt and freshly ground black pepper. Stir well and simmer for at least 15 minutes. Remove the pot from the heat, cover and leave to rest at room temperature for about 2 hours. Reheat if desired before serving. Garnish with a sprinkling of coarsely ground black pepper and finely grated Parmesan or pecorino cheese. Hearty cream of tomato soup. Cook 1 chopped carrot with 1 chopped onion in about 30 grams of butter until lightly browned. Add 3 tablespoons of flour and mix well before adding a liter of chicken stock, preferably homemade, together with 1 crushed clove of garlic and 2 leeks thinly sliced. Baby leeks are even better and will add a nice sweet flavor, but use more than 2, as well as 4 white peppercorns, a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of sugar and 750 grams roughly chopped tomato. Bring to a simmer, cover and cook on low here for at least an hour. Remove any scum that forms during cooking before rubbing through a fine strainer into a clean saucepan. Add 250 milliliters ordinary thin cream, stir, taste and adjust the seasoning if necessary. If the soup is too thick, add a little more stock or a bit of milk. Serve garnished with parsley or croutons. Enjoy. Fresh tomato soup. Tomatoes are an incredibly versatile food ingredient that can be eaten raw, cooked or made into soups and sauces. They can be stuffed with meat, rice or breadcrumbs, and used as the main ingredient in tarts. Combined with onions and a few spices, they also make a refreshing sambal for curries and other Eastern dishes. So why is it that when people talk about tomato soup, they more often than not are referring to this sort of